Hey, everybody, it is Sunday. Time for another episode of Thrifty Business. I'm your one host, Jay.
I'm Debbie. Hi.
Hey, Debs, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Okay, I have to ask a quick question. Did that logo say Thursday nights on it that we're showing?
Probably, yeah. I've yet. It's one of those things that every week I do it on Sunday. I go, I got to redo that opening, and then I forget until the next time we do Thrifty Business. I'm like,
I will put it on my notes.
Thank you. Yes, thanks for pointing out. Good to see everybody. How y'all doing? I would say we have an exciting show, but I read the seller report. Not all that exciting.
I know.
Let's introduce our guest here. Now it's time for Jay's Tiki Talk. Each week I drink a different rum out of a different tiki mug and try and match it up to my guest. And our guest this week is Nicole Sprung, and we're talking about the winter seller update. But you're only going to need a piece of paper, a pen, and maybe about that much Post-it.
Exactly.
It is. Nicole and I were talking earlier. I'm like, it's amazing they wasted energy on sending out this update because it is so not really anything. We are going to talk about, just make sure everyone's up to date. We're going to talk about Nicole's business and how she got to be eBay seller a little bit more. So, and normally I would have rum at this point, but I'm on some narcotics today. So I cheers everybody with some water.
Oh yeah, you don't even have a tiki mug?
Totally space,
we
cleaned it all day. We took a little rest, and then I'm like, as I'm pushing the button, I'm like, oh well.
Okay, I made up for it.
Oh, that's cute.
This.
And where's that from, Deb?
This is from Minnesota, don't you know?
And our guest is from Minnesota. So good job. Debbie picked up from my Slack, and she didn't even know it was going to happen.
But it has ginger ale in it because my tummy's kind of goofy. But finally I have a mug that matches the state the guest is from.
I love it. And I'm drinking rum and Coke, so
nice.
I'm drinking for everybody.
Good.
Yeah, in my younger days, like, oh, narcotics and rum, that sounds fun. But yeah, anymore, I'm like, all right,
not worth it.
Yeah, as you get older, you're like, yeah, that's not so fun.
We'll get well first.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about the winter seller update. We're gonna talk about Nicole and how she got to be an eBay seller because that's kind of an interesting story. And whatever else that comes along. So Nicole, sit back, relax, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Stay warm.
Good to see everybody. I am excited to do a Thrifty Business with Debbie. It's been a while, so let's jump right in. And now it's time for our scores of the week. These are the items that you should be on the lookout for when you're out thrifting. As you were saying, Deb?
I said I've always remembered to forget how to do this. Okay, this was mine. I had it when I used to do FBA and I wasn't using it. I know I could use it for eBay, but it seemed kind of complicated. So I sold it really fast for $218. Play my video.
Yeah. So my only question is, why is your video vertical?
I thought we had to do it that way now.
What? Oh my God, every week I show you horizontal videos. Where'd you get that idea?
Hey, I just got my first Social Security check. So remember,
but great use of video though, showing that the printer is working. That is awesome. That would put anyone's mind at ease who's buying a used printer.
Yeah, it went to some company that's like refurbished. So I think they're going to resell it. But I had to download all the drive and do it, and then to get it all back off my computer because I thought if they go to download the software for this one, is it going to mess them up? And I was thinking it had to go this way because remember we were having problems getting videos approved on eBay. So I thought, we had to go that way. But
nope, horizontal. Okay. Oh, look at that. I got an offer on a Christmas shirt. Let's see what the offer is before we move on. I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right. Look at that. We're selling out of season right in the show. Look at that. All right. What's next here, Deb?
That's my empty box. I was showing you that empty boxes can sell. It was only $12. But what I did was I took all the parts out and sold them all individually because I was missing a few pieces. So I thought, well, what the heck? I'll see. And somebody wanted the box for $12.
I love it. That's thinking outside the box. Wait, hang on. I got a rim shot. Hold, please. I didn't even know that was going to happen. There it is. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
And then we sold a knife. I think we took a best offer of $24 on this. His feedback was really good. Great packaging because I put it in a padded flat rate envelope, but I had to, put a lot of cardboard around it so it didn't poke out.
Good variety here tonight.
Oh, I know. And then sold this. I think that's just, I can't remember if it's accepted a best offer on it, but that's sold pretty quick. A friend gave me some of her former clothes that fit her. So it sold pretty quick. I actually went to a doctor, a female doctor.
Nice. All right. This was a window cling from 2002. I'm not sure if it's any clingy anymore, since how it's 21 years later. But when you worked in record stores, all these freebies would come in, and I still have some, in files and laying around. And someone gave me an offer of $50. This was for the Ozfest in 2002. Nice. And I'm like, I will absolutely take that. Even if it doesn't cling, they could frame it, tape it up, But I'm always digging through my old freebies from the record store.
Smart.
We often talk about buying tiki mugs and then drinking for free. How about buying the menu and then doubling my money?
Oh, they let you buy it.
Yeah. So these menus are awesome because this is Undertow and Phoenix. They write them in chapters. And besides the cocktails, there's a whole story that's been going on. This is chapter 9.
Oh my gosh.
And so I'm like, all right, I wasn't sure if people were still interested in them, and they had upped their price a little bit. So I bought one. I bought two, one for me and then one to sell, and it sold in a day.
Nice. Now,
I go, well, I'm not going to be in Phoenix for a couple of weeks. You might have to stop in Undertow and get a drink with a friend and buy some more menus.
So how much did you pay for it?
24.
24. Oh, that's good.
Over 55. Yeah. All right. Deb will really appreciate this. Anyone who sells on Amazon, especially in books, will appreciate this. Look at the rank of this book.
Yep.
9 million. So if you don't know ranking on Amazon, the one that's ranked number 1 sells the most and the fastest. So the one ranked 9 million don't sell for shit, but no one had one. So I had got one at an estate sale for $3. It probably took a year, but I was just waiting for that right buyer, $57. So the rank didn't scare me away because no one had one. If it was ranked 9 million and there were 7 people who had one, I wouldn't have even bothered.
But what I had also learned was even though 7 people had it, they may all be way overpriced. They might have all.
It could be, but yeah, if there's no one parked on it, I don't care what the rank is. If you're the only one in the world, having it on Amazon, then you're sitting pretty.
And even if everybody has a price at 100, it might be worth 30, and then that would drop the rank down.
And then again, mugs, and then I just wanted to show that selling. That's why I want to show you guys about mugs. This mug, when it was new, was like $70, I think. And I sold for $300. And obviously mug doesn't move, but a turntable does. Yeah. So another good use of the video to really see the sound off, the nooks and the crannies of this mug, this diver looking into a treasure chest. So cool. That's how you use your turntable.
That is cool.
Here comes
we're also used to animation now and seeing things move, and makes it nice.
Thank you, baby.
Hi, baby.
She said hi, Debbie. And now it's time for our CD and cassette scores of the week. And as always, we start with flipping cassettes. Before anyone asks, yes, I absolutely changed out this case before we shipped it, but I always take the picture before we get ready to ship. So this was, I picked this up for $6 and sold it for $100. If you don't believe by now, I don't know what it would take, because that's not my only cassette this week. I also have the soundtrack to Masters of the Universe, starring Dolph Lundgren. I did pay $26, but I knew it was worth about $75, and I got $75. It was up for 3 days, maybe.
And wait, this is a cassette tape, right?
Used cassette tape. Oh, I'm sorry. No, this one was actually sealed. This one was still sealed, but I knew I could get good money for it being sealed. So yeah, 1 day it was on, or 2 days it was on total. So there is $75. So $175 in 2 cassettes. 2.
Wow.
One thing I always want to share too is, look, I know a ton about music. I am great on your trivia team when it comes to the music category. However, I don't know everything. I have not a clue who the incredible Simon Stokes and the Blackwater Thrill Band are. They might be amazing. I don't know who they are, but I paid $20 and took a best offer Canadian of $60.
Nice.
So going right to Canada. But I looked it up, just pure research on your smartphone. So that's all you need. And it's off to the great white frigid north.
Nice.
And now we go from flipping cassettes to flipping CDs. Hey, that's not mine.
That's mine. Sold it for $15. I think this is one. The 99-cent store used to have CDs. They still might. So I paid like $1 for it. And I used to send them into FBA. And then Amazon started requiring receipts. And they weren't going to accept receipts from the 99-cent store. So I put them on eBay. So it's been a while. But I sold it for $15. So
nice job. There's something I have no idea what it is. The Leatherwoods. Having a clue.
No, me neither.
Not a clue. All right. And sadly, I don't have an example. I don't know if I have any. Oh, wait, hang on. I take that back. Oh, please. Talk amongst yourself.
That Jeopardy song's going through my head right now.
So this may look like a Warrant CD that I paid $8 for and sold for $60, but it's going to be more impressive because that CD in that box is only a 3-inch CD.
Oh.
Whereas your normal CD is 5 inches. That's a DVD. All right, so here's your normal CD, and here's your tiny little 3-incher CD.
Nice.
So yeah, so that Warrant is a 3-inch CD that I paid $60 for, and so I paid $8 for it. I sold it for $60. Is
that a long box?
Kinda.
Okay.
A long box. It was a long box for the minis. So.
Okay, a mini long box.
Yeah, mini long box. So that was $60. All right, so this is precious metal. This is D-level hair metal from the 80s. Like, I didn't even know who they were when I bought this, but it's signed by the band. The CD is rare to begin with, but no one has ever had it signed by the band. But also, being D-level, not a ton of people look for it. So you got to kind of base your price with all those factors. It's autographed, it's rare, but not everyone's looking for it. So I threw up a price of $150. I wasn't sure what the price was going to be, and it had been up for a little bit. And someone offered me $75, and I took it. Now, most people in other groups, other Facebook groups, were like, they offered me half, block them. I didn't know what the price was. And I paid $20. $75 seemed really good to me, and it had been up for a couple of months. So I'm like, sweet, I'll take it. So you shoot for the stars, but sometimes you got to come down a little bit, you know?
Well, you and Linda Pacheco, our friend in chat there, she blows my mind. She prices things crazy high and gets it.
Yeah. All right, and then the nice thing about Discogs is people can order separately, and then you can combine them into one invoice. Nice. And I paid $17 for the special edition of the Amy Mann CD, and only $9 for the special edition of A Boy Named Charlie Brown. Sold the Charlie Brown for $35, and the Amy Mann for $53. Combined shipping, there was $100 in super audio CDs in one easy sale.
Well, we have to say shout out to Kim's 11-month-old grandson. He's enjoying the show. Hi.
Oh. And I've already sworn at least once, maybe twice.
Well, a lot of it was pre-show. That was
all right. Deb, you big fan of Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band?
I don't think so. I've never heard of them.
So Amoeba Records, biggest record store in the world in Hollywood, only sold this to me for $10. Oh, thank you very much, Amoeba. I will happily sell it for $100 on Amazon.
Nice. Oh, I got to tell you funny. I'm watching Drop Dead Diva. I love that on the Hallmark Channel. And she had a case last night where a record store burnt down, and she was going on and on about all the vintage CDs and all the memorabilia. And I was just drooling going, and this was in the early 2000s, but still I thought, no.
So if you're not in flipping media yet, what are you waiting for? And now it's time for our duds of the week. Do not let our mistakes be yours.
This little guy sat around for a couple of years. I got him in San Francisco for $3, and I took an offer. It was weird, $12.44. I don't know if that meant something to the buyer, but we finally sold it.
That is quite kind of an odd offer, $12.44.
Yeah, I know. I thought maybe it means something to them.
So this shows you that not all tiki mugs are alike. I sold a $300 one. Deb sold a $12 one. Yeah. So you got to make sure you find the $300 ones.
Yep, always. And then this sat around for a while. It was free. It was from my aunt's estate, but only sold for $17 after sitting for like 4 years. So snow babies aren't that big of a deal anymore.
Speaking of not exciting, I thought this vintage pirate mug would be cool, but no one wants it. No one has ever wanted it. No one's even made me an offer on it.
Oh, you still have it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so in other words, that's a Sarah.
Yeah, so if someone wants this, I will gladly take $10 plus the shipping. So hit me up, Tiki Pug Music. Now, this one was a dud, and let me tell you why it's a dud. I don't. Dave Alvin isn't anybody important, but it's nice that it was signed. But it's also a bummer when it's personalized to Gary Dave Alvin. But I like that Dave wrote "moo" over the cow here, so that's kind of cute. I sold this in July. Could not find it anywhere. Okay. Couldn't find it anywhere. So I told the customer, I go, it's obviously here. I took a picture of it. This is not something I sold twice for sure. I said, I'm going to cancel, refund your money with apologies. And when I find it, I will let you know. So this goes from the dud to... And now it's time for Where in the World Did Our Stuff Go? If you are not shipping internationally, you are leaving out 7.3 billion with a B potential customers. Guess what I found on my desk this week, 9 months later?
Oh, it like a baby was born?
So I must have shown either on here or in the Secret Beach how to pack up properly cardboard sleeve CDs. And so I packed it up, and it was in a sealed envelope just sitting here. So it wasn't on the shelves anywhere. And so I reached out to the customer today, and that's why if you ever lose something and you might still be here or should still be there or is here somewhere, hang on to it. 9 months later, I go, guess what? I found it. You still want it? He goes, absolutely. So he rebought it, and it's on his way to South Yorkshire in the UK. So, be honest with your customers, fall on the sword, apologize, and then when you find it, go, hey, I found it.
Yeah. Now you had Beach Boy in the title. Was he a part of the Beach Boys?
Did I? Oh, I remember.
Yeah, it said Beach Boy, and I thought, is he?
I think that was a song. Oh, no, he was singing songs by Tom Waits and the Beach Boys. That's what it was.
Okay.
But yeah, so the customer was happy that it's finally coming. I explained what I told him the whole thing. I go, I was showing somebody how to seal a CD, and I forgot to label the envelope. It's been sitting next to me since July. So, whoops, my bad. My bad.
Have to put tile on all your pieces.
So, dud to happy customer.
Yes. So this went to Hyago, Kobe, Japan. Smurf sheets for $24. Used Smurf sheet. It was in my profit pile for quite a while, but it sold fast. When you list things, it's amazing how fast they sell.
Oh, absolutely. Nice job. Nice job. All right. Now it's time for, going the wrong way. It's time to go the wrong way.
That should be a song.
And now it's time for You Have Got to Be Shipping Me. What to do and what not to do when it comes to shipping.
Okay. You guys might be smarter than me, but I print my packing slips not off of the page that says, where you can ship your label and print the packing slip. I like the one with the QR code. So I will print out my packing slips, go get my items, and just start packing and not realizing, did they pay for padded flat rate envelope? How are did they want this parcel post? I don't know. So then I sometimes have had to open the packages back up because I really messed up. So now what I do is I go to the shipping page before I start packing, and it says, media mail or priority or whatever, because I do things backwards. So my tip is always know what class they paid for, because you would think media mail would be, a book would go media mail, but I've had 2 people pay priority for a book recently. So now instead of redoing things, right away, I know first, how am I going to do this? Plus, if they paid parcel post, it might only be 50 cents for me to upgrade to priority, and I'll do that for free to get the item to them faster. So knowing ahead of time what class it's going to ship before I pack it makes a big difference.
Now, Lisa says, make sure to write down the customer's contact, meaning mine. I just don't delete my emails, Lisa. So I knew to look it up. I just searched my email by Dave Alvin, the name of the CD, found it, clicked on the link to the buyer, easy peasy. But I also have 9,000 unread emails in my inbox. So, Okay, this will definitely mean a little bit more to those who collect Tiki mugs who are watching, and Debbie, and I know my mom's in there, and Ned, and Aaron. But I got a lead on these 6 mugs. These are some of the most desirable Tiki mugs of all time. They're called Tiki Bob. Whoops, I didn't mean to zoom in there. So I bought these 6, and I sadly have these 5 to sell because one came like this.
Oh.
Now, are you ready to see what the packing material was? Now, I said, make sure, as you can see, he did use bubble wrap. 2 things. It was used bubble wrap that wasn't still all that bubbly. And I said, make sure there's no, room to for void. You got to fill the voids. He goes, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna. Well, he didn't actually fill all the voids, but here's what he did fill the voids with. So I have one dirty T-shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, it gets better.
Oh.
I have a dirty polo.
Oh my gosh, you could have at least washed them. Hey, it's free inventory if it's clean.
I have used swim trunks.
Oh,
How about a used bra
no way.
and a filthy hat?
Oh my gosh.
I was aghast. That mug that broke is worth about $400 to $500.
Oh my gosh.
And things I did and things I learned. This is a bonus shipping tip. I went to file the claim on UPS, and because he shipped it directly from the UPS store, you can't just file a claim on UPS.com. You actually have to call the store, and you don't know that till you filled out every line, and then they go, "Oh, you have to call."
Oh my gosh. So
So I
they
had to
didn't.
call the store in Wyoming, and so they're working on the claim right now. But what a pain in the ass that someone thought their dirty clothes. Well, they bought a hoarder's house, so I'm guessing it was dirty clothes from the hoarder.
Oh, it's getting worse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now, do you file the claim for the value of what that's worth, or what?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because
Yeah.
that's what it's worth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting. That's
Yeah. Fun. Don't ever do that. Clothing should never be your packing material, ever. You can't tell me any other way then no, it shouldn't be.
Wow.
And now it's time for the Thrifty Tips of the Week. Little tips and tricks to help you out when you're outsourcing.
What was that?
Oh, I was blowing something off my keyboard.
That's a crazy show. Okay. Our friend, remember we had Selena, my friend that lives here in Petaluma area. She does estate sales out here, but she texted me a couple weeks ago and goes, "Hey, there's a new place in Fairfield. It's the next town over. You can go get stuff." So it starts on the first day, Tuesday, for $6, and it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for Friday. And then if there's enough left on Saturday, they'll sell things for 25 cents. Well, when we were in there, she goes, "No, I don't have enough to be open." So there's a video that goes with this, but I also wanted to tell people there's like 10 of these around us if we had wanted to drive maybe 45 minutes away, but I have plenty of them. But they're also in other states. In Columbia, South Carolina, North Augusta, it's called the Bin Store. There's also one called this. I made the thing so you could see. GiveMeA5.com, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Georgia. And then there's another one called I think it's the Bin Store. Oh, Bargain Hunt. There's a lot of these. Alabama, Indiana, Mississippi, Ohio, and Kentucky. So these are popping up all over the place. And every day that merchandise is there, it goes down more. So this is what it looks like. Now, everything behind that red line we could not touch. That is this Tuesday's new inventory, and that is all from Target. So I asked her, because I talked to the general manager, they get stuff from Amazon, I think Walmart, and I'm not sure what else, but she goes, "This here is all Target." So we were not allowed to buy that stuff yet. So you're drooling looking at it, but you can't buy it yet till Tuesday. And then I'm sure it's crazy, and you can buy, they have apps. This one, falling prices, probably the others do too. They have apps. So I could actually go on the app and see kind of more of a picture of what's in there. And then also you can pay to be a premium member and get earlier in the line. And then they only limit how many people can be in there. But this was Friday, so everything in there was $1 each. So we have those two filters listed for like, I think 17 and 21. Yeah, there's one called Where You Been. That's a cool name. So the bin, Google bin. And so what I did was I looked for denim. And it's a brand I've never heard from, Wildflower, but they're selling on eBay. So I just grabbed denim. So I got a whole bunch of denim mini skirts. They're plus size. And Bill found, kind of some rugby looking shirts and things. So
New tags I can see.
Oh yeah. This is all new stuff. Now, some of it didn't really look so new to me. And there was a bag of potato chips in there and some other food that was open and stuff was spilling out. So it's like the Goodwill bins. But what's nice too is it's not real deep. It's only 3 feet deep.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you don't have to worry about falling in. But they were really nice. And then we have a video to show you too.
We do?
Yes, I sent you the video. Oh, was it in your messages? Remember?
Oh, shoot, I forgot. Yeah, because hold on.
We have to show it.
I totally spaced that. That was in the messages.
Yeah, I should have reminded you, but
yes.
This is my friend. His name is Omar.
All right.
And this was his idea.
Shoot.
Can you get it?
Yeah, but I don't. All right, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
But he was so excited to be on YouTube.
Hold on. Yeah, let me.
He says, I've only been on YouTube. No, he goes, I've never been on YouTube. He goes, oh, wait, maybe when I was in a fight at school. He's a really nice guy. So he, I think, is like the assistant manager. You get
There
it?
we go. And okay, got it.
Okay, here we go.
Sorry, everybody.
Welcome to Falling Prices. This is our portfolio for the week. We start off on Tuesday at $6, $4, $2, $1, and on Saturday you get everything for 25 cents.
Wow.
Anything you see, anything beyond your tag can see, it's all yours for 25 cents.
Nice.
Come on down to Fairfield location and I'll set you up.
And what's
My
your
name's
name?
Omar,
Omar.
and I'll see you guys soon.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome to Falling Prices.
Thank you, Omar. He was so excited. He wrote down the name of the show. So, hi. So that's kind of fun. I mean, those bins they're just stuffed overflowing. She said they have regulars. And I said, well, we'll be regulars too, because it's only about 15-minute drive for us. But it was fun.
All right. Stace and I went out and thrifted like Debbie and Bill did. And make sure, you stay on top of your emails. Like I said, I've got 9,000 unreads, but most of those are just junk. But I did notice that I had saved 30% on clothing and accessories through the weekend. And so I'm teaching a class in the Secret Beach next week about hats. I was buying a bunch of hats. And then we bought things that weren't clothing and accessories. So Stacy goes, oh, wait, I got a different coupon in my email. She got 20% off of 30 or 25% off of 40 or 30% off of 50. So the things that weren't clothing added up to 50. So we got 30% off our whole order this weekend. So make sure you keep up on your emails.
And you reminded me, I have one in my email too. So
hey, there you go. And now it's time for our online selling tips of the week. It doesn't matter if you're selling on Etsy, Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, or eBay. These are little tips and tricks to help you when you're selling.
Okay, this kind of looks crazy. I like setting up templates. So I kind of tried to lay the steps out for you, and I went over it to make sure, like step number one, just follow this, after the show's over, go back and watch and follow the steps. Now, if you've never set up templates yet, you might not have that part where it says your templates. But even, I don't put a whole lot in mine. I mainly have color, size, but at the bottom I have condition, pre-owned, and then I have a spiel about international buyers. Please note, customs, duties, VATs, all that's not going to be included. Everything you could possibly fill out, because, there's mine right there. Just having that in there saves me some time. So the faster I can list, the more I can, obviously can get listed. So look over that. Now, there may be another way to set these up, but this is how I've been doing it. And I realized as I was doing this, I can fill out a whole lot more in there. I'm going to go back and make another one. So I have several, and I have one that's just called shirts. So when I go to list, I can look over and click on my shirts and have half my listings already done for me. So there's probably a lot more I can get in there, but it's really saved me time and not having to type out the same thing over and over all the time. And a lot of people do sell similar and do that. I kind of like to do them fresh when I can. So whichever way works for you.
By the way, everyone, don't focus too much on that it was savers, because, Goodwill will send you emails and Goodwill sends you text on sales. So it's just mainly pay attention to your text, pay attention to your emails. And if you're not signed up on your different thrift stores, savers programs, make sure you are, because those texts and those emails give you discounts. Okay. Before I click over to mine, don't let your employees get so robotic they don't ever think about the background, because this CD should have never been taken on this background, because it just disappears.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Pink Floyd The Wall brick CD on a brick background. So now most of us are looking on a monitor or TV. You can kind of see it. Imagine this on a phone. This is horrible. It's sold. And when I was looking at it, I'm like, oh my God, that's no.
But that's funny. A brick wall on the brick wall.
Yeah. We definitely should have had the black background up for this. So always, even if you don't have an assistant, just on your own, if you're taking pictures of things on this gray background, and you have something that's gray, you're gonna have to switch your background, or it's just gonna disappear. So always be thinking about it.
How come they have Cyndi Lauper on there? Was she on that CD?
This is a live thing, and she sings.
Oh.
She sings right here, featuring Cyndi Lauper.
Okay, because I went to a.
You're trying to bust me on every listing, aren't you?
I'm sorry, I just can't help it. It's been a while. I was just reminiscing in high school. I saw Pink Floyd at Seattle Center when that big airplane came and crashed into the wall. Oh, it was crazy. I was trying to remember.
And now it's time for Unseasonably Sold. What did you sell out of season? Sorry to cut you up, Dev.
Oh, that's okay. I'm used to it by now. This throw, it was listed a year ago in December and didn't sell till like January 23rd. And I think I took an offer. I think that's what it sold for. I thought it would sell for more. But like I said, Beanie Babies aren't as popular as they used to be, but sold.
Yeah, and I listed this big collection of VHS horror movies on October 2nd, and it sold 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
so didn't sell for Halloween, but it sold for Valentine's Day.
Cool. Oh yeah, that was a romantic Valentine's.
Yeah. Hi, honey. I'm gonna scare the hell out of you. You can jump into my arms. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're angry, and sometimes they're just plain weird. Now it's time for the feedback of the week.
Oh, this was nice. The book is in great condition and it came to me well packed. I really appreciate when people pack the books correctly. I put it in a Ziploc bag and then I put it in a box. It was only a $17 book. And this is an Easton. Yeah, this is an Easton Press. These are the books I love. And some of the values I think have come down on them. But a lot of people throw them in an envelope or just a poly bag or whatever. And the corners bend. It's so, especially if there's a dust jacket. These don't have them, but the dust jacket can get torn. So I appreciated that he appreciated I took the time to mail it. Nice.
And then mine is the weird one of I haven't done a weird one in a while. I'm not exactly sure what they're saying here.
Uh-oh. Wrong seller, maybe?
Wow. Wonder Womanful eBayer. What?
Well, you are a big girl.
But I'm not a big girl on eBay, so they don't know that. I'm Tiki Talk Music.
Right.
And so I sold this cassette for $85. Wonder Womanful eBayer. Thanks so much. Great communication. So easy to work with and willing to help. Highly recommended. A++++.
Yeah, it could be someone that knows you.
eBayer. What?
Could be someone that knows you and knows you're big.
I don't think it was. So I have not a clue, but I love it. I love weird feedback.
That's your new nickname.
Yeah. All right, let's do a little housekeeping before we get our guest in here and talk about the winter update. All right, so Tuesday in the Secret Beach, we're doing my surf report, my webinar of the month, flipping hats, or are they caps? And I went out and I hit the thrift store so I could see in the moment what was live in the thrift store. We bought at least 2 at every thrift store. We went to 5 thrift stores. And then I was telling Deb before we went live, when I'm doing my research last night, I found a hat sell for $100 that I looked at my wife. I go, do you still have this hat? And she goes, yeah, it's in the closet. So we had a $100 hat just sitting in our closet. Woo! So going to kind of add to the presentation of when you learn anything, make sure you think about in your own house. Do I have any of these? Yeah. And then just announced for the Secret Beach for February 28th, the last day of the month, Jessica is back. And I didn't realize my graphics were going to be so short. She is talking about selling vintage print ads. Ooh. Oftentimes, the ads in old magazines are worth well more by themselves than the whole magazine is worth. And I actually have a modern example of that I'm going to throw in and add to Jessica's presentation. So my presentation is this coming Tuesday. And then her presentation will be the following Tuesday. There we go.
Oh, I'm so excited because I have some magazines I've been sitting on to do this.
There we go. All right. So those in the Secret Beach, that's what's coming up. Mom and I will be back next week. And she just told me she wants to do blankets.
Oh,
so talk about next week, blankets.
San Marcos and those glitter blacks that I can't pronounce.
Yep. All right. Let's get our guest in here. Wait. Where is it? There we go. And now it's time for the Thrifty Business special guest of the week. Nah, I missed it. Damn, out of practice. There we go. Oh, I even got the wrong graphic up. Ta-da! There we go.
He's not even drinking rum today either.
I know, I'm drinking rum. Damn.
Hi, Nicole.
How are you, Nicole? What's going on?
I'm doing great, Jason. How are you?
Good. Now, the reason I kind of had you on, it's multifaceted, but I thought, we always do the seller updates, just either me and Mom or me and Debbie. And I thought, why don't we have another eBay seller to see how it affects them? And so we set it all up, and Nicole was excited. And then I read the update. I'm like, this ain't an update. This is barely a memo.
I thought I missed something.
So Nicole has an interesting reason she got into eBay, and she sold a cool thing. So we got lots to talk about, but let's talk about this exciting and thrilling 2023 winter update. Like, I thought, am I missing something here? I mean,
That's why I wait for you to explain it to us.
usually down here, there's like multiple boxes. I'm like, two. And then you get in here and it's a paragraph basically. So what this says, if you make an offer on Mercari, or or as a seller, you accept an offer on Mercari, the second it's accepted, that credit card is automatically charged. Why eBay hasn't got to that point yet, none of us understand, because every other platform can do that. And so they're still working it out. They've been promising to us for 2 years. It is out there. I've actually run across it a couple times. CR ran across it once. So it is out there that sometimes you're locked in, and it'll tell you, you're making this offer. If they accept, it's automatically going to be charged. They just need to turn on for everybody. Let's get this done. I am tired of non-paying bidders. So all they're saying here is we're still rolling it out to more people.
There's hope.
But they don't say how long, because it's been 2 years already. They've been promising this. So it's coming, but don't hold your breath. Nicole, you've had any unpaid items in the last couple of weeks?
No, I don't get a lot of them.
I had one. The dude was such a flake. I was pissed. He said his credit card got compromised, and could I wait a few extra days? I said, sure. And he talked to me all along the way, and then just stopped talking to me, and then never paid. And so I felt like a rube. I'm like, crap, I held this out for 2 weeks for him, and then he never came through. All right. That is half of the whole update. So, whew. All right. You ready for the other half? So the other half is not that much more exciting. And what they're saying is final value fees are going up a smidge. And the nice thing, another reason to have a store is those of us who have a store, the final value fees aren't going up as much. So if you sell enough, even to have the store have that, you're not paying that extra fee as just an individual seller, will be worth it to have the store. So they have the breakdown. And so most categories, including music, eBay Motors, accessories, was 12.9 and now it's 13.25. Clothing went from 12.9 to 13.25, blah, blah, blah. Books and magazines, movies and TVs. Now, music, except vinyl records, I don't understand why vinyl records goes one place and CDs and cassettes go someplace else, but I don't give a crap. So that's up to 14.95. No changes with women's bags, jewelry, watches, blah, blah, blah. And then the final value for sellers with stores. So that was for people without stores. So people with stores, let me back this up here.
So the basic low end store would qualify for this too then.
Yeah. So the increase is not as much on most things. So you only got a little increase. So, for the most part, it's pennies here and there. But at the end of the year, it definitely all adds up.
Right. But it could have been worse. I just kept thinking, it could have been worse.
But again, our fees go up. There's nothing really to talk about because there's nothing you can do about it. It just, our fees went up, and just be prepared for it, and just look for whatever you sell the most of, and you'll see what your fees are.
Especially for people that sell on consignment, if they take the fees out or they charge their buyer for their fee, consigner.
Now, the one nice thing is if we had to cancel something, we weren't getting that, it's the fee plus 30 cents. We weren't getting the 30 cents back, and they finally relented, and they're actually giving us the 30 cents back when we have to cancel.
Okay.
And so they've expanded it to, I think, pretty much everything. Again, it's not a ton of money. I don't need, you don't need to cancel too many things too often, but when you do, they're giving you the 30 cents back. They're not keeping it anymore.
Good.
And then if you do use any of the listing upgrades, the prices are going up a little bit, but I never use Gallery Plus. I never use Bold. But here's the nice thing. Here's the only thing that matters in this whole thing. If you want to schedule your listing, it used to be 10 cents a listing. It is now free.
Yes, that's awesome.
So that's a good thing.
That is good.
Yep.
So that might keep people from leaving everything in draft, because I know a seller I follow on YouTube, a lot of people have been losing their drafts lately. And I thought, maybe they would prefer you put it in the schedule side, and now that it's free, keep it over there instead of under your drafts.
Tina, that'll never change. So if you're gonna use any wishes, wish for $1 million, Tina.
Yeah,
Wish
you win
to
the
win the
lottery.
super lotto because I don't think that'll ever change. So
Because I think aren't all platforms doing that now?
yeah, I mean, yeah, everything
They
is
all
all tied into one. So it's just like, you know, we all hate it, but at this stage in the game, there ain't no point of crying about it, wishing, you know, it's just like it's part of life.
Yeah.
You know, taxes, death, and taxes, all part of life. Yeah, so scheduling is free. Good to cancel. Again, the Gallery Plus, schedule listing, free real estate. I don't know. Nothing matters. And then they're still rolling out the change to GPS. So those of you who are using global shipping, GSP, global shipping program, this is the new program. It's still rolling out. Not everyone has it, but they're trying to get everyone into it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep. And so that's it. That's the whole thing. So basically, your fees are going to go up, but then a couple of fees are free, and they're still working on shit. That's all the updates. That's it.
But be aware that eBay is adding this new international shipping to our listings because I don't use it. I did with that 218 dime. I thought, well, if it goes international eBay, I'll let them take care of it. But I do my own through pirate ship. But just be aware that it is showing up on our listings. So if you don't want it on there, you're going to have to probably go back and edit it.
Yeah, Laura, that's what it said. Yeah. So, but you know, like always, you should definitely look at these. Like your emails, you should read them over because I wasn't going to read every price change, every category, but go find your category just so you know what your new price changes will be. I mean, again, it's such a small percentage. It really won't matter that much. You know, it's not like there's going to be this huge uptick. It's just, you know, nickels here and there, but to them, nickels here and there from all of us means a lot of money. So, but yeah, complain about it. Pointless. I used to, but I'm like, you know, I got things to complain about. I ain't going to be eBay fees. All right. So let's get that off the screen because it was the most unexciting ever update in all the years they've been doing updates. So let's talk about Nicole, who's in the frigid, almost Canada, Minnesota. What was the temperature when we went live? 11 degrees, did you say?
That's what it's getting down to tonight. It's 25 right now.
Oh, yeah. So, yes, if you know, I list through InkFrog. And so anytime eBay tries to add things to people's stuff automatically, it never happens to those of us listing through a third-party platform. So I know some of you have these things like they changed it all to free shipping or they did this. That never happens to me. So that's another good selling point for using InkFrog. But let's talk about, Nicole, how did you become an eBay seller? Because it's definitely a unique story compared to most of us.
Yes, it is very unique. It started because my dad had passed away in a motorcycle accident. And a friend of mine and I went out for breakfast and we got to talking about my dad passing away. And he asked me if I would be his executor of his estate, not realizing 6 weeks later he'd be dead.
Wow.
So his family, he was from Malaysia. And so his family came over here to go through his estate and had no idea what they were doing. And they came across the email that I had sent saying, you know, I'll be your executor. You just need to fill it out. And they got my contact information from his phone, called me, and I basically took over all of his stuff. And he was quite a hoarder. And it wasn't just your normal everyday hoard. It was leather jackets and t-shirts and mostly clothing. But he was an Asian guy. So all of the leather jackets were size small. Most people don't wear a size small. So I started out just kind of selling a lot of his stuff because he passed away around Thanksgiving time. And in Minnesota, it's cold. It's already snowing. You can't go out and just have a garage sale. So we saved it until the next summer, had some garage sales, did some online sales for the better items. So I just kind of did that a little bit here and there. And then I was doing daycare and decided, you know, I may as well just do that while I'm doing daycare, while I'm watching kids, they're napping, whatever. And I was doing that for a long time. And I had a massive spinal infection from a steroid injection. And that ended my daycare progress. We were at the very end of the licensing process. We had remodeled our home and spent all this money. And I suddenly couldn't do that anymore. And that took quite a few years of recovery, almost 5 full years of physical therapy a lot of the time. I had 4 surgeries within 18 months, not all for my back, but other ones, hip and a couple other things. So it was a long time coming through that. And then when COVID hit, we moved houses. And I was still selling here and there, but nothing really big. But when we moved up here to this house, I kind of went full on, I'm just going to go for it, and started really trying my best to sell as much as I could.
And there you go. And
that's the story.
We all get here from different reasons. I got here because I got laid off from a job I loved, and and so but the key thing is we're all here together and we're all learning. And the best thing is Nicole is one of my drug dealers, and my drug of choice is clowns.
Yep, you betcha.
Let me make me the big one here for a second. This is, I mean, I got mostly creepy, mostly weird, but some of them are just really amazing. And this is a big, heavy piece. And this is amazing.
That is awesome.
Little doggy.
I found him at a flea market here in Minnesota, and I know Jason likes clowns, so I'm like, let me just snap a picture and I'll send it to him. And he's like, oh yes, I want that.
I noticed. Did it come with dirty clothes in it, or was it all packed and it didn't break?
No, it came very good.
The nose. I did not break the nose. That came.
And funny thing is, I'm just gonna get out my Sharpie. We're gonna fix that nose, and
perfect.
You'll never know.
That makes him even more special.
A Packer themed clown. I never even thought of that, but you're right, Tina.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, if you don't know, if you're new, my whole office is creepy clowns all the way. And so when my friends find good ones here and there, and I get pictures all the time. If you see something cool, send me a picture. If I already have it, don't need it, I'll say no thanks. But if it's something cool, it's coming home to the collection here. And wait till you see what I bought from a friend who was moving. It'll be the creepiest one ever, and there is movement.
Ooh.
Is this even better than the one I posted in the group the other day?
Kind of along the same lines. And I have a new assistant starting on Tuesday. I haven't mentioned, are you okay with the clowns? We'll see how that goes when she walks into the office on Tuesday.
I'm going to have to cover them all up.
All right. So you're kind of like my mom in the fact that you tend to ship things that are not the easy. You tend to sell things that are not the easiest to ship. You like to specialize in, as we can see behind you, a lot of breakables with corners and angles and cookie jars.
Yes. They just call me and I just can't say no.
Okay, I realized I think I spaced. What is your YouTube channel where you teach people how to pack these cookie jars?
It's Sprung Adventures.
Sprung Adventures, because I don't think I gave that to Jason.
I'll get it right now.
Yeah, I'm not scared to ship any cookie jars or things with breakable parts. When I first started, we sent a rocking horse, a wooden rocking horse. So I'm kind of like your mom that way. I'm always finding big stuff to ship and sell.
Yes, there is a clown motel in November. And yes, I mean, in Nevada, I've been there, but I will not stay there. Jason.
I've stayed there. Absolutely.
They stay there. And there's a cemetery right next door, too.
Of mainly babies.
Oh.
Good luck finding it on there, but it's on there somewhere.
So Sprung Adventures, check out Nicole's YouTube.
I wanted to get that in because I forgot to put it in the show notes.
All right. So let's talk about where is it? Oh, first, actually, let me thank you. Hang on. Before we talk about something cool you sold. Whoops. Get me back in here. Let me thank you, because one of the things that make a Facebook group great is not so much the leadership, like me and the admin team, but the members who actually take time out of their day to post things to educate others. And Nicole is one of those that does an amazing job at it.
He does.
And so Debbie just brought up a few of her posts.
Because I'm curious too how she's doing with them. Is it all sold, or?
I still have quite a few of those sets left, but I did sell a lot of them. And then I picked up another one, but I didn't realize the second Playmobil set I had have these little itty bitty connectors, and they're mostly missing.
Oh, okay.
And so I've had to find them and order them to make the sets go together.
Yeah, I've done that before too. Order little pieces.
So yeah, so Nicole's great at sharing what she bought, what it's going to sell for, and the pictures.
Yeah,
and And then just something simple as, hey man, Facebook Marketplace is blowing up for me. So if you're not listing there, get over there and yeah. So pro tips on how to even shop on Facebook. So I love you, Nicole. Thank you very much for being an awesome member of the thrifting board. That's what makes groups great. It's the members who just off the goodness of their heart put good content out there to help educate others.
I've had people ask me, why would you even tell people that stuff? I'm like, well, that's how I learned.
Yes, exactly.
You know, you're not going to encroach on my stuff.
And we're all over the
It's all
country.
the same thing. Yeah, it's exactly. You're not going to find the same things everywhere.
No.
Well, and I trust me, I catch that shit all the time on teaching about CDs and records and cassettes. As you can see every week, I have no loss of finding CDs and cassettes and records worth $100. They're all over the place. So me teaching you in Minnesota and you in Vacaville don't really bother me because I'm down here in Nevada and Phoenix. You know, even the people in Nevada and Phoenix, I still go out and find stuff all the time. All the time.
And having that kind of attitude is negative. It just backfires on you. You know, when we're part of a community and we help each other, we all benefit. You know,
I wouldn't have sold my most expensive thing had it not been for this group, which was that horse clock that I had sent.
We haven't seen it yet. Yeah, there. I did get that in the show notes.
There we go.
That was so amazing.
And she sold it for, it runs off like $800.
I'm gonna get a hold of it. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So where'd you find this awesome clock? And $2, that's pretty much a Peggy quarter.
That was right down the street at a garage sale here in town. And I went back and kept buying more and more of her stuff because she had such great stuff.
Oh, how'd you ship it though? Ooh.
Lots of pool noodles.
Yep.
Lots of pool noodles. Love pool noodles. In fact,
how many dirty hats did you use?
None.
Okay.
Not a single one.
Just checking.
And let's go to Lonnie, who does sell dirty hats. Then we can ship him dirty hats.
Yeah.
Packing because he sells them.
$2 seems crazy cheap for this. I mean, what, they just want the stuff gone?
I guess I don't think she knew what it was. I don't think
and when you bought it, did you know how awesome it was, or did you say, shit, for $2 I'm gonna go home and figure it out?
That's exactly what happened. My husband actually saw it, and I'm like, because it was dusty and dirty and just really gross. And I'm like, are you kidding? And I'm like, oh, these are like just plastic horses. They're not really anything, but okay, for $2, we'll take a chance. And holy buckets.
So those are plastic, not glass?
They are plastic.
Oh, now it's not so hard to ship.
Now, buy it now or auction?
I did auction.
Nice.
Smart.
That's a good return on your $2.
I like it.
Now, see, she could have kept that to herself, but I'm sure she learned it from somebody else too.
Well, I had to ask what they were because I had no idea. I'm not a horse person. I don't nothing with horses.
My
so
sister is.
Yeah.
Good job.
Was there a brand to it? Pam wants to know.
They are buyer's horses.
Okay.
Oh, they are buyer's horses. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
they
good.
were buyer's horses. So, but they were vintage, and I think they actually had like a kit that you could make this kind of thing with back then.
Yes, Elisa.
Yes, it is, Elisa. I agree. The best stuff is covered in crud.
Other people will pass over it. They don't want to deal with it.
Absolutely.
And you had that mentality of my mom. Granted, it's easier to ship a pair of jeans or a CD, but if you're buying breakable things that turn from $2 into $900, then yes, you gotta step out of your comfort zone and do it, because that is crazy awesome return on $2.
You also have the option of taking it to UPS store and asking them to professionally pack it for you. So if you're not sure, and I like, okay, I'll spend $50 to have somebody pack it. Look how much I made on it.
Crazy. So is that your best sale?
That is my best sale
Nice.
so far.
Good job. Good job. So how are you feeling nowadays, health-wise?
Pretty good. I actually finished some physical therapy before Christmas that made me regain some movement on my right side. I had a lot of weakness, and like I could only lift my leg up just so far, and like curbs and stairs were really hard for me to do. And I even had to buy a different car because getting in and out was so hard.
Wow.
And after this physical therapy, I can actually raise my leg up. I can walk normal. I can get in and out of any car. I can get into my husband's Suburban even.
Congratulations.
So, and then I haven't worked since before, like my youngest were 18 months. So, and they're 14-year-old twins now. So I haven't worked since they were little. And I just the other day got a job at the school in the neighboring town as a substitute secretary.
Nice. So you can
So
still do eBay too.
yeah, I didn't want to jump in full bore because I don't know that I would show up every day yet.
That's good.
So
And
it's
and
hard 'cause you have bad days and good days.
Yep, and I'm going to use this properly. I literally can feel your pain because I'm doing the same stuff with my hip. And
Yep.
when the surgery first happened, my truck was too tall and Stacy's car was too low. And I'm like, damn, I wish we had that middle car because
Yep.
neither car worked for me. But my right leg's almost pretty much back to normal, and we'll get ready for the left leg because today I feel good and I can move in and out of vehicles right now. Oh, my wife just said, "Want to ride home?" How cute. If you don't know, my office is 4 doors from our house. She's coming back from the grocery store.
Well, pull him in the little red wagon, Stacy. Pull him that way.
Thanks, honey.
So Lisa's asking, no, she didn't have a stroke. What is it again? You got a steroid injection?
Yep, and had a massive spinal infection.
Wow.
It's so rare. Anybody that normally gets that is dead or cannot walk.
Oh my gosh. Thank goodness.
So I am so fortunate and I can walk and I'm here. So we're good.
And that's the big part. I don't think you covered that the first time. Most people die from this, and you're like, you're here being a guest on my YouTube show. And it is amazing. Yeah, I definitely needed that third middle car. I was like, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both cars stunk. All right, let's talk about your duds and scores of the week. This horse, although awesome, wasn't from any time recent. Let's see if I got in the right order here. Nope, let me get that out of the way. Okay, I think I'm having the right order. Tell me if I am wrong. Is this a dud?
That is a dud.
I want to know why too.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I have it actually. It's right here.
This won't sell, huh?
Yeah.
It will not sell. It's really big. I mean, it
is a decent size. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big one. So it just, I thought it would go on Etsy for sure, and no.
Yeah,
I think somebody made it.
Those cats used to be so popular. Maybe they're not. And you also have make offer on it. So if you're watching and needs a cat picture maker.
I think somebody actually probably made it from a sheet.
Oh.
I mean, it has a little bit of water damage way at the bottom, but you can barely see it.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. I'm going to choke here while we talk about your next dud.
That one I can't believe. That one I just cannot believe that it's a dud. They're so cute and adorable.
And that might be something. You sell on Etsy, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, that might do better on Etsy.
I have it on Etsy.
Oh, you do there too? Maybe it's your price? I don't know.
I've had it high. I've had it low. I've had it in between. I've switched up the pictures.
Oh, Macari. And that says
I have it on Macari too. Yeah, I sell on like 6 platforms right now, and I try and put everything on every platform.
Her and I were hoping that because she told me about this and I set the show up that it would sell because we're thinking about it and talking about it.
Yep. No.
Maybe a movie that should be in a movie prop.
They're so cute. I just like a nursery or twins.
Yeah,
they are adorable. So
and I didn't pay a lot for them, probably $3 for them, maybe.
Real easy, Sprung Adventures, if you're interested. Easy name to remember.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we had these when I was a kid.
Yep. And these were we had those in our camping stuff. Well, I'm not going to go camping ever again because that's never going to work for me. So I'm like, well, let's start selling some of the camping gear. And those sold almost as quick as I put them up. I had those listed January 31st, sold February 2nd. So yeah, very quick.
That was on Etsy, right?
So yes, that was Etsy. And even you can't even see the S and the P on them anymore. They're so worn off.
Oh, Joanne said you had Lego in the title. Was that?
It is. That's the brand that they have.
For those dolls?
Yes.
Oh, the babies? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the brand's actually LEGO? Oh,
yes.
That's crazy. Oops, they're right here.
Good catch. I missed that one.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's weird that
it doesn't say it anywhere, but every time I've done the lens on it, that's what it comes up with.
all right, cool.
So
Where were we? Salt and pepper shakers. How about some Doc Martens?
Those were an amazing sale. I bought those off of Facebook Marketplace for $40. And they shipped them to me. And even with the crinkles on the boots and the front of them by the toes, I had that disclosed. I don't know what happened with shipping, but shipping wound up being like $75 for them to ship overseas. I don't know how that happened. I have no idea what I did wrong. But yeah, they sold for almost $200, over $200.
Oh, it says 106.
Yeah, but with shipping and all that, it was over 200.
Did you use Pirate Ship?
I did.
Whoa.
It didn't cost me that much in Pirate Ship. So a lot of it was profit from overage.
So were they over 4 pounds?
They were very heavy. So yes, I believe they were.
Then it was priority. So priority.
Yeah.
I love that color. That's my color.
I know. They're awesome.
I'd wear those all day long.
This one is great. I picked up an entire huge box of vintage napkins. And this happened to be in there by itself. And I figured, why not? Okay, I'm just going to throw it on there, see what happens. And I listed that in September. It sold in January for $15 on a best offer.
There you go.
Even with the folds.
And it's got stains and everything folded up. And I don't even know if the place is still around or not, but I'm sure somebody wanted it. It did go to South Dakota.
Oh, good. Maybe it went to the owners or something.
This is cool.
That is cool. I bought that at the same time I bought this. This was right after the snow globe episode you and your mom did. Jason.
Look at that.
Wow.
So I got this and that each for $50 each.
Wow. Did that come in the box? Did the globe come in the box?
That does not have a box.
Okay.
That's going to be insanely crazy to ship. That one was missing a number, and that one actually went international as well. And I sold that for $150 plus shipping.
Wow. That would probably be easy to make a little number for it. Get a little piece of wood.
She just used the little character ones for whatever the holiday was for the month.
Oh yeah.
So the $1 million question is, who's this in the mirror?
That's my husband.
Bring it in today's mail.
Yep.
That's funny.
I love it. That is awesome.
Wow, I've never seen that.
Big too. That was really big.
So do all the little people come off? You could wrap them individually?
Yes. Okay. We wrapped all those individually.
Well, there you go. There's another seller besides my mommy that is not afraid of big stuff and making killer profits on. So good job, Nicole. Well, good
Must be something about people live in the cold snow. They don't have the fear that we have.
I guess, you know. I'm all excited to ship a 3-inch CD.
And clothes. I love just throwing things in a
There's nothing to this.
I will ship a whole entire set of dishes.
Oh, I think you're younger than me. That's probably why.
Well, congrats on the new part-time gig. And thank God you're here with us today. That is awesome. And keep up the good work on selling the cool stuff.
I will. Thank you for having me as your guest.
Oh, yes. We'll definitely have you on again. And everybody, take 3.5 minutes and read the whole seller report for yourself.
Yes. It was great bathroom reading.
Yeah. So easy this year. So nothing exciting, nothing to worry about.
And before we know it, spring release will be.
I'm guessing the spring will be a little fatter than the winter here, but want to make sure everyone was aware. So good to see everybody. Secret Beachcombers, I'll see you on Tuesday for hats, and then Mom and I will be back next Sunday for everybody here on YouTube talking about blankets.
Yes,
it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And they don't break.
No, they definitely do not break.
No, they don't.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you around the thrift store. Bye,
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Don't go